Yep, you want your boy? Go pick him up. He's over here on a fucking concrete where I left him.
On an individual level, we have to learn that they are vile, revolting in every way.
And you're Gen Z and you won't date me.
My email accounts are...
True international effort to pressure.
The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know.
Gentlemen, welcome. Please find a seat and relax. We have a lot to discuss. Welcome, one and all. I'm KC.
And I am DC.
And we are two goddamn gentlemen bringing to you this and every week a celebration of all things reverse shoehorns and smooth-talking bohemians. Head over to twogoddamngentlemen.com where you can see and vote on the Hall of Gentlemen. Find links to our Twitter, voicemail, YouTube, and Patreon, and that gains you access into our live Discord during the show and also to our Lady of the Night and Podcasts We Beat bonus episodes with a new Pods We Beat episode freshly recorded last night and edited tonight, out by the time this podcast is out. And what a doozy it is. DC, if you would please, if you want to say something about last night's recording, but then read back the minutes to last week's meeting.
No spoilers. Go to www.patreon.com/twogoddamngentlemen. Find out for yourself. Those guys
bring a parachute to escape, I promise.
Holy shit. Well, as of tonight, our gentleman from last week, crushing it, Casey, crushing it. We've never had, we've never had two of our gentlemen perform this well. It was a great start to the year. I think I'm on a trajectory now where I'm done with the bottom feeders. For whatever reason, I thought those guys were gentlemen. They're just not. I've got an idea for 2021. It's going to be pure gentleman for this guy over here. Pure gentleman.
So does that mean
David Merrill Gill? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So does that mean you have a strategy to bring gentlemen?
I think so.
Okay.
I think the guy that I'm bringing today may be a little bit more gentlemanly than David Merrill Gill, who ended up at a +4. Maybe even more so gentlemanly than your own Victor Lustig, who came in at a +6. Dude, that's a good first week showing. That guy, you called it too. You called your shot. You Babe Ruthed it. You were like, this is my guy. I actually believe in this guy.
I believe in all of them.
And he did it.
Actually.
Every one of them, including and especially Jay Station. I know that's my favorite. And if I saw him on the street, I would not want to punch him in the face.
Guys.
At all. Guys, it was her boyfriend. Fucking, I hate that guy.
He's a delight.
Yeah. But why don't you, you took two of the three. Why don't you give our overall top three, and we'll do that from now. There's just too many. What do you want us to do? You want us to just make an image that's illegible? Like we're just going to bring up 100 fucking guys' names and say like, oh yeah, there's our guy. We'll have it like highlighted in yellow so you can't even see it. No, we'll just tell you how they did. At this point, new year, new us, right?
I'm still going to do that graphic thing. So every Sunday when the podcast is released, there will be an updated graphic on the website with everybody. So you can still look. You can still go look.
Bro,
we're not
what
gonna
a
show
guy.
it on the show. Like, there's no point.
No.
We're not going to read the whole thing on the show. So what's the fucking point? We're 20 episodes in.
We'll give our gentlemen. We'll tell you how our gentlemen did. We'll give you the top three and the bottom three, right?
That's right.
So go ahead with the top three, Casey.
Okay, so the top three, still number one, Mel Gibson. It's my guy, my gentleman, +19.
Of course.
One of Dan's gents, Brigham Young at a +15, and King Henry VIII, a +14. The only other thing I want to mention, DC, in the gentleman category was Donald Trump goes from a +13 to a +6 this week. So,
yeah,
not a great week.
Yeah,
for
there's
the
a big
old Prez.
slide. Something must have happened. I don't know what happened, but the people voted.
Yeah, check
The
your
people
favorite pop
voted,
culture
and,
feed to listen to that talk.
And I think I'll do the bottom three as I own all three of them. Right now it is Jonathan Yaniv at a -34, Maddox at a -46, one space more gentlemanly than last week. I'm sure he's thrilled about that. And Tommy Tudor, dropping yet again another 3 spots down to negative 58.
Tommy.
So not looking good for Tommy.
Tommy had a bad end to 2020, and it's continued to start 2021.
Yeah,
the ultimate.
Let's just say the space Jews didn't show up. His girlfriend ended up being a catfish. I think the internet law that he was anticipating coming down on all the haters for freedom of speech being revoked. Basically, they the judges looked at that. They're like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Freedom of speech, you just kind of have to let them say whatever they want. You have to let us interview you and ask you questions, and then you decide to say goodbye and then leave, But you don't get to sue people for that. You definitely don't get to ruin their livelihoods. So Tommy's having a rough 2021 for sure.
I wish there was a way to itemize all of the problems and things that need to be fixed in terms of bullying on the internet, and like where Tommy would rank in the victims, because there's 6 billion people on the planet. I think 5 billion at least have to be victims of something on the internet, so that puts Tommy right around that number.
Yeah, and also Tommy has a long line of his own victims that by default would be in front of him because of logic. So I mean, he's way back in the line.
He's got a pair of underpants behind him that also victims.
He just continues to shit into underwear and put them in front of him in the line and take a step back. And he just gets further and further back as he shits more victim underwear. Yeah, I think I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
All right, so that's the
Tommy's such a bad person.
That's the gentleman update. I do have one update on one of my guys. Currently, right around the poverty line, but I think still positive, which is good. Jeff Wilpon did not sign or trade for Francisco Lindor this week.
Yeah, you know how I know, like, I've been out of sports too long? That name didn't register for me at all. Like, I'm sure that's a really, really big trade, and ESPN was trying to tell me it was a blockbuster. No idea who that guy is or what position he plays, but good for you. I hope he does well, and I'm really, really sad at the state of my sports affairs in my life right now.
Yeah, the trade for the Mets brought a shortstop from Cleveland, by the way, and you not knowing
don't explain it. We're boring the people. Don't explain it. Don't worry about it.
You not knowing that was the least surprising thing I've heard today.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Who could be surprised by anything anymore? I mean, they stole Nancy Pelosi's, water bill. Some guy with a Confederate flag sat on a Ulysses S. Grant statue and was like, yeah, this is my side. Like, hold on, buddy. Oh, shit. It was great. What a week, huh? What a week.
A week where gentlemen...
Have you gotten vaccinated yet?
No, I have not gotten vaccinated yet.
Good. I hope to be the last person vaccinated on Earth.
There you go. Yeah, no, I have no strong feeling either way. I could not care less. If somebody shows up at my house with a needle, I don't even care what it is. I'll take it. But if it's the vaccine, then I'll have taken it. So, yeah, I don't care at all. No, this was a week of gentlemen revealing themselves all over the place.
All over the place. And I think my guy tonight is a closer. I think we can agree on that. I cannot wait. Because I don't think you've told me the name of your gentleman, but you are hyped about him, and he's another one that you can't he can never find you because he's probably fucking dead.
That's right. I'm never gonna get
attacked.
Casey. Half the weeks I am safe from victimizing someone on the internet because they're all dead for 100 years.
Tommy Tudor's gonna show up at 2 a.m. in my room with a gun in my mouth.
And everyone would understand.
Watch it happen. Everyone, even including me. I'd be like, I'm sorry. I apologize, Tommy. Shouldn't have done you like that.
I just hope it doesn't even wake your wife up. Just let her sleep. You let him take care of business.
Let's do this in the backyard.
My guy, I really enjoy learning about new historical figures, DC, and I've done it again this week, learning about somebody new, and I gotta say, he is well accomplished. He's well educated. He's very interesting, and he's a goddamn gentleman.
Hell yeah.
So,
hell yeah, I can't wait.
I gotta start this off with a quote. This is from an article by Craig D'Onofrio about my gentleman. The year is 1813. You're an undergraduate at the University of Oxford, enrolled in a course on the science of geology. The teacher, a man clad in long black robes and grasping a large hyena skull, rushes towards you and bellows, "What rules the world?" You have no clue what this means or what this man wants you to say. You draw back in your chair, eyes wide, and squeak out, "Haven't an idea." The lecturer roars back and shouts, "The stomach rules the world. The great ones eat the less, and the less eat the lesser still." That man, DC, is William Buckland.
Okay.
Now, Mr.
I love
Buckland.
it. He's just holding a hyena skull.
That's right.
Okay, this guy sounds batshit crazy.
That's right. So here in this picture, you can see him holding a big fish. He's really happy about it.
Yep.
Couldn't be happier. So William had a passion for geology and paleontology, matched only by the power of his stomach. He was an eccentric character.
Okay.
He was complimented by a blue pouch at his side stuffed with mammoth teeth and skin, petrified feces, and his trusty hyena skull. Mm-hmm. He entertained guests at his home and at his college place of work with exotic meals of things like hedgehogs, roast ostrich, porpoise.
Oh, shit.
Crocodile steaks.
That sounds good.
And even cooked puppies.
What?
William
All right,
DC.
well, I mean, whatever. I can't be that person. Like, just because we designated dogs our favorite food, like, there's still, I mean, if you're trapped somewhere in a cave, for instance, and it's just you and a dog, sorry, bud.
he was
I mean,
not.
like, I'll make it quick, but my stomach is a greater and you are a lesser. And so you're out of here.
No,
but yeah, it's fine. If he wants to cook dog, I think my life goal, or that's extreme. One of my life goals is to eat horse meat before I die.
Yeah, I feel like there's not even any morality with that. That's fine. Just eat.
No, I
eat
feel
the
like
horse.
it will make me stronger.
Okay.
Actually, I like my science, like DC's Science Corner tells me that that's a scientific fact that it will make me stronger because those proteins will become my proteins. And, you know, horses are strong as shit.
I don't know if it'll make you stronger, but I do know scientifically, so William Buckland Science Corner, he did not enjoy the taste of horse.
Yeah, it's probably very, very lean.
I would imagine so. So, DC, if you can't tell already, one of the fascinating things, in my opinion, the most fascinating thing, that's why he's here, about Mr. William Buckland, not his accomplishments, which we'll cover at the end, is actually his lust to eat basically everything.
Explain.
So I mentioned some of those foods that right up through the puppies.
Mm-hmm.
And
right up through the puppies.
And here's where the twist comes into my nomination this week. I'm going to present to you two gentlemen. But I'm going to tell you at the end who the nomination is. And spoiler alert, it's William. But we are going to cover his son, Francis Buckland, as well. Because Francis was equally enthusiastic. I don't know what was going on in the Buckland family, but boy, howdy, did they like to eat, DC.
Okay.
Here's our friend with his trusty hyena skull at his side. A little background on William. His father was well educated, but their family lived, middle class. He worked pretty hard, and he ended up at Corpus Christi College. It was a small but prestigious branch of Oxford. And DC, a gentleman finds success at all costs. So being a young professor without a lot of money, he was really in search of students because they would obviously pay to enroll in the class. So he became...
Free market. Free market, baby. I got the knowledge. Pay me and I will give it to you. Come on.
That's right.
Now you got just a bunch of idiots that'll never lose their jobs.
And
go ahead.
And he was creative with how he did it too, because he became very well known for his profanity and racy jokes that he would tell during his lectures.
Did you come across any of these racy jokes?
I did not, but I imagine that it
Damn
would not
it!
be even that racy for right now.
Yeah, probably not.
That would be
Probably
that
not.
was my guess. William grew to have an unmatched palate for food, and I mean all kinds. It could have been. There was speculation about whether this was him kind of trying to be eccentric because he was telling dirty jokes and all that stuff. Is this a plea for attention, or is this something he really likes? And DC,
Or a combination.
yes, it could be both.
Yeah.
Patrick John Boylan, who was a geologist, wrote his doctoral thesis on William in 1984. And he said, quote, Buckland progressed from a relatively modest middle-class provincial background by means of his extraordinary hard work, innate intelligence and ability, and considerable charm. Very likable man, once again, very gentlemanly.
Agreed.
Possibly
Look
not...
at how he holds his. Look at his posture. Look at how he holds his chin up in that picture, dude. Gentleman, to a T. He's got my vote.
Yeah, he's got all the mannerisms that you're looking for. One that some people would question, I certainly don't, was his fondness for the common snack. I actually am known to enjoy this once or twice a week. Mice on toast. He would really enjoy eating mice served on toast.
Sure, it's perfect. It fits right. You could probably fit 2 mice. You know?
Yeah, if you're really feeling hungry, yeah, that's.
Wait, hold on. That says mouse noses on toast. That's not mice on toast.
I don't think.
Are you saying like he snipped like 100 mice noses onto like a piece of toast, like caviar, like some weird fucking caviar?
I'm not sure if he
that's
made this
great.
cartoon image I found on Google, but no, he ate the mouse. There was really gross pictures of mice on toast. I actually just chose not to go with them.
Where? Remind me where he was born.
England. I actually did not put his for the first time ever. I didn't put his hometown in here. Sorry.
But we can assume that he is British from what his diet is, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So mice on toast probably is something you could get at the pub right now, for all we know. I mean, British food is fucking god awful. Like, oh yeah, mice on toast. There you go. Have some chutney with it. You're like, oh great. That's what this is for. You just bury the mice.
Another common dish at most English watering holes is the common mole, which some people consider to be his grossest dish.
Yeah. Dude, moles are disgusting. There are a bunch of moles up in Connecticut. I found that out when I was mowing the lawn. And as I was making the pass, there's just one like chilling, like dead. I was like, how the fuck did I miss that thing? And I know I didn't hit it with the lawnmower, so I must have gave it a heart attack with like the sound of the mower going over the hole.
Yeah.
Came right up, blind as shit. They got like these weird like chinky eyes, and they got these like paddle hands that you can kind of see right here. They just dig. And I heard like they eat the dirt too. Like they eat it while they're like swimming through it.
How could they
and
not?
then just shitting out dirt. Or maybe that's worms. It's probably worms too. It's probably both.
It could be both. I actually found a dead mole when I was younger, but it definitely got run over by the lawnmower, and it definitely didn't happen yesterday. Right? It was a skeleton. There was no skin left. It was a perfect skeleton in the yard.
That's
which
cool.
was great. I remember my dad had a mole trap, which was a foot-long spike that fucking shot into the ground.
It was a foot-long spike that did what?
Shot straight through into the ground. Like just a big
Damn.
spike on a spring. Oh, yeah, that thing was cool. A gentlemanly item. DC, the mole was considered to be the grossest dish until he started with blue bottle flies.
Until he admitted that he put the petrified shit in his mouth after the digs. I'm sorry, you said he ate flies?
Yes, these
He ate
lovely
flies?
looking blue bottle flies, as you can see on your screen there. They looked delicious in my opinion.
No, Casey, because flies are full of shit. So you would never want to eat a fly because you're just eating shit.
Well,
oh my god, dude, this guy is what's that word for the shit fetishists? Chat. I'm sure one of you knows what a shit fetishist is called.
Knowing the audience,
is it like a scatology, scat something? Macabre. There you go. Yeah, a scat fetish.
Oh,
this guy is definitely a scat fetishist.
He enjoys it.
Say that 5 times fast.
When I'm going to sleep every night. His house was filled with bones and fossils, along with pets like guinea pigs, at least one pony, snakes, frogs, ferrets, hawks, owls, cats, dogs, and a pet hyena named Billy.
Oh, hey. Mystery solved.
Yep.
It's not just weird. It's really weird because it was my pet. And it's a hyena skull.
Outside,
Oh
the
my
children
God.
liked to stand on the backs of large tortoises while the foxes and chickens run about. And I like the way that was written. That's definitely foxes
Hold on.
chasing chickens.
Oh, look at them run about. Oh, that chicken's never going to make it. Every time. Good job, Mr. Fox.
I don't know why the chickens keep playing this silly game.
Ah, yes, and their children witnessed it this time. That's a good lesson. That'll make them faster.
So when Buckland was visiting an Italian cathedral around 1826-36, somewhere in there, a priest told him that the slick floor was due to the miraculously ever-flowing blood of sacrificial martyrs. Which, of course, is bullshit.
And not from what I was doing with the altar boy over there. That's not why the floor is slick.
The altar boy with his throat slit, bleeding
Be
all
gone.
over the floor. That's not what's doing this. Well, luckily for him, he had a scientist in his cathedral. So William simply knelt down, ran his tongue along the ground, and proclaimed the liquid to obviously be bat urine. So...
Obviously. In all my years, it's been a while since I've had bat urine, but I'll never forget. What the fuck? Clearly, gentlemen, this is bat urine. Mystery solved.
You wouldn't be able to place bat
Oh,
urine
my
if you
God.
tasted it right now? You'd have trouble with that?
It would take me a little while. It'd take me probably at least over 7 minutes.
It would take me at least one guess.
There'd be a narrowing down process, but yes, I would eventually. Holy shit.
DC, let me tell you a story
Please do.
about the great King Louis. I meant to look up these Roman numerals. What's XIV, DC? What's that? Is that 24?
XIV is 14.
14? Ah, see, 10 off.
Oh, you were super close.
More than half off. So this here is King Louis the 14th, apparently, of France. After his death, his heart had been stolen during the French Revolution. Until William's
shit.
friend, Lord Harcourt, somehow acquired the heart.
Somehow.
When Harcourt withdrew the heart from a silver snuff box, William quickly popped it in his mouth.
Yep, as you would.
Wouldn't you?
Now you have kind of the strength of that guy.
That's right.
You know?
It's like the horse.
Look at that
thing
guy's
you said.
hair. You eat that guy's heart, you're just going to be able to play the harpsichord way better. Like, just instantly way better from eating that heart. I would do it.
He could go dig up the final loot that was buried 100 years before that.
Do, 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 do. Yeah, absolutely.
So
Now, where's my petrified shit that I might suck on it all night?
just popping them like ice cubes. So at first it was
my God.
unclear why William would ever, do something like this until he announced, quote, "I have eaten many strange things, but have never eaten the heart of a king before, and to me, perfect reasoning." It's a good job. There's a lot of things I haven't done that I would think don't do that, but I haven't done it, so I should.
You should. That's good logic.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you only have one life. If it is possible for you to do something, probably should do it.
I'm going to live by that now.
DC's
2021,
advice,
moving
kids.
forward. Yeah.
If it's possible for you to do it, you should. That's fantastic. That's great advice.
So DC, not only did gentlemen do that, they also maintained their stature. No
Absolutely.
matter how outlandish William's behavior was at times, he remained a very respected scientist in his field. He excavated one of the oldest human remains ever found and pioneered the modern sciences of geology and paleontology, eventually
That's a big
becoming
deal.
the Dean of Westminster
And ate
Abbey.
it. Good job, chat.
What's that? Oh, and ate
The
it.
chat. And ate it. Yeah, he did. You know he did. You know he's like, one for you, one for the museum, one for me.
So
that bone's still got some marrow in it. Oh God.
I'm gonna save his number one accomplishment, which was kind of hinted at there, but I'm gonna save that for the end.
Okay.
A gentleman is bold, and when a person is bold, you will have detractors, of course.
Absolutely.
Charles Darwin once called him vulgar and coarse, which fuck him. Who cares? Shut up, Charles Darwin.
Yeah. Darwin got his in the end. It's fine.
Not at all gentlemanly. Have another heart attack. Now, DC, let's go to my more than official honorary gentleman because he's part of my official pitch this week.
Oh, is it the fish? Is it the fish?
It is the fish. Okay, my third
Yes.
honorary gentleman this week. William's son, Francis.
Right.
Now, Francis was born in 1826, and like his father, loved eating any kind of animal he could find. He was described as a short man with a consistently disheveled appearance, but was jovial and popular with a childlike view of the world, which is me, but shorter, actually.
Dude, that's like the worst. No, that's the worst representation you could get. Like, he was short, but also he was always disheveled. And he was jolly, but probably because he was retarded. He had the mind of a child. Probably from all the crazy things he's eating.
So here was an account from
there he is, walking by with a snake hanging out of his mouth. There he goes. All right.
Good job, Francis.
Good job, Francis.
He wrote in his journal, his diary, when he was 7 years old. This was a passage in his journal. Now, I've read some of your journals. I don't think the writing was quite as good as this.
Yeah, no, it was rough.
A live turtle was sent down from London. My father tied a long rope round the turtle's fin and let him have a swim in Mercury. The ornamental water in the middle of the Christ Church quad while I had a string. I recollect, too, that my father made me stand on the back of the turtle while he held me on. I was then a little fellow, and I had a ride for a few yards as it swam round and round the pond. As a treat, I was allowed to assist the cook to cut off the turtle's head in the college kitchen. The head, after it was separated, nipped the finger of one of the kitchen boys who was opening the beast's mouth. That same head is now in my museum.
That is a great story.
Goddamn gentleman.
Goddamn gentleman. Can you imagine that story from that like kitchen boys side of things? He's like basically a slave. This is probably 1830 something. You know, that kid is a slave. Like, open the turtle's mouth, boy. It was probably like they were probably pranking him. They probably knew that like the turtle's mouth would just snap shut when they cut the head off. Put your fingers in for your punishment today. Yes, sir.
I'll look at this on my wall while you're dead.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm putting some dots together here on the timeline. Francis is born in 1826, and earlier the article references how somewhere between 1826 and 36 was the bat pee incident in the church. So at one point, Francis was kissed goodnight with piss breath out of a bat. Just, that's 100% true.
That's, you know, fetishes have to come from somewhere.
That's right. That's
You don't just start, you know, enjoying getting the head cut off of a turtle. Oh my God.
I know I would.
This family.
So Francis started young. William recounts that when Francis was 2.5 days old, 2.5 years. I apologize. The last one was days. 2.5 years old, he ate a candle. As punishment, William shoved him into the thorny furze bush for 10 minutes.
Wait. Shoved him? Okay. I'm picturing this in my mind because that's a great image. Pushed him into a thorny bush for 10 minutes. I'm imagining him like trying to get out. Because, I mean, what are you going to do? Like lay there in pain, like in a thorn bush for 10 minutes straight? No. You're going to try to get out. And he just keeps pushing him back in for 10 minutes. You get 10 minutes of me trying to keep you in that bush, boy.
It's like whack-a-mole.
Keep it up, it'll be 20 minutes. Yeah.
Get back in there.
You just wait for him, and then you go, ha. Push him back, right back in. Like, it's the only reason that bush was planted, for punishment. Like, plant me a thorn bush, plant me a rose bush that doesn't have flowers on it. Do they have those? I just want to push my kids into it when they displease me.
Is dinner done? Have the servant boy go cut the flowers off the bush, please. Thank you.
And that other servant boy that holds the turtle's mouth open, just have him grab some of the stalks. I don't know why. Just have him do it. I like it.
So, DC, before entering Francis's college chamber, you might smell a rotten odor. Now,
You might.
if you enter the room, you're going to try to figure out the source of the odor. So I'm going to read you a list of things you might find in the room, and you're going to tell me what the odor was coming from. You'd open the door and see some living, some dead. An eagle, a jackal, marmots, guinea pigs, squirrels, dormice, an adder, and many harmless snakes and slow worms, tortoises, green frogs, and a chameleon. Skeletons and stuffed specimens were all over the place. Was the smell coming from any of those items, or was it coming from a potential mystery item?
Oh boy. Mystery item.
Ding, 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 DC. Francis had actually been dissecting a cat that he was keeping in a box under his bed. So that was the source of the smell.
That's actually kind of the most normal thing of everything you read.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah.
His most notorious companion was a bear cub named Tig, who Francis dressed up in a cap and gown when they would go places. The bear attended wine parties, performed tricks, liked to suck fingers, and roamed the streets for candy when left unattended.
Okay.
He had a pet bear that he just let outside. It's a gentlemanly move.
That is a gentlemanly move. But it's also funny that his most notorious pet was also the one that was, like, it's a cub. The bears don't stay cubs. So you only had that most notorious pet. They got shit done in, like, 3 months. Because after 3 months, that thing is, like, way too big.
Well, they're eating puppies. So, yeah, you're right. Nothing's living long.
Yeah, that's true. He's probably sitting right alongside the bear. Like, the bear's like, what'd you make? Marmots. Oh, great. This guy's the best. He just cooks me all the most crazy exotic animals I don't have to hunt. Yeah, that's probably the best friend that this guy could have had was a bear.
You hit on something perfect there, too, because Francis would actually walk around with rats and defanged snakes in his coat to feed the bear.
Okay. I did not think a bear would eat a snake, but hey, you learn something every week on this podcast, guys.
Francis owned several monkeys throughout his life. He had two favorites, Jacko and Jenny. Yeah, of course. When Jacko died, he turned him into a tablecloth as tribute.
Oh, no. A tablecloth monkey. Oh, okay. That's great. That's fantastic.
Francis was well known for serving boiled elephant trunk, boiled and fried meats taken from the heads of porpoises, roasted giraffe necks, and rhinoceros pie. Boa constrictors, sea slugs, and earwigs made their way to his stomach at one point or another, although he didn't really like those last two.
Yeah, earwigs, that's the most offensive one. It's going to be all bitter from the earwax, you know?
When he heard that I would imagine. When he heard a panther had recently died at the zoo, he had a curator dig up the corpse and bring over panther chops.
No! Dig up the corpse?
Yes.
Excellent.
He was quoted as saying it was not very good, the panther chops.
If they were good... Okay, listen, guys. Every human being has basically... Okay, not every human being. Let me go back. At some point, a human being has eaten every animal. Every one of them, okay? The ones that are popular that taste good, they take off. They really do well. Chicken is good. Pork is amazing. You'll see pigs everywhere in every culture. Cows are great unless you worship the wrong god. And so on and so forth. We know that fucking earwigs don't taste good. We know manatee heads are a delicacy because they don't taste good. Delicacy is a code word for doesn't taste good to anybody else. but those people that were hungry one time.
I think half the food that you got me last year was delicacies. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried. I tried to broaden your horizons with those items, Casey.
You narrowed them significantly. DC, a gentleman always finds ways to fulfill his needs. So Francis created the Acclimation Society to try to introduce new species to Europe that could supplement into the food chain and into the food source for everyone.
I'll bet that went well.
It did not. It failed.
Of course it did.
It did not.
Probably ruined a few pieces of the ecosystem, too, at the same time.
It was described as fruitless, and he never really achieved the level of his father. Although, and I wanted to include this. This is another quote from the article. Just to shout out Francis, the true gentleman that he is. While never reaching the level of prestige that his father had, his advocacy and research calling for responsible fishing and farming helped prevent Britain from overfishing. His good nature and love of life translated to his writing, and his lectures were well attended. He was more popular. He was a more popularizer of science, more like Neil deGrasse Tyson, than a hardcore academic. And when he died at just 54, papers around the country wrote mournful memorials praising him. He was a goddamn gentleman, Francis. So, DC, I'm going to ask you, who is more gentlemanly, William or Francis?
William laid the tracks. I'm going to say William is the gentleman.
Well, DC, give a little bullet point one or the other. Francis, more cultured, and he had more pets, I think, for longer. So that's
sure
point in his favor.
Those are good pros.
However, William, more successful in his field and overall, taught Francis everything, ate the heart of a king, and also discovered the first ever dinosaur skeleton. Which
first ever?
Which he named Megalosaurus. So your goddamn gentleman this week is William Buckland.
Damn. Nice work. He's got my vote. He kept it. Sometimes you'll get my vote and then you lose it by the end with revealing all these terrible things that they've done. His just got better and better.
That's right. I have a strategy
with his progeny.
As well. I have a strategy as well.
That's fantastic. All right, Casey, you mentioned to me that you had some honoraries that were pretty good.
I don't know how good they are, but I certainly have them. I have a bunch actually
of
honoraries. Let's get going. Now, as we sit here, we're recording on Friday. Obviously, the audio listeners are hearing it Sunday or after. But here on Friday, it's the birthdays of a couple of very famous men here in the United States of America. Both of them since passed, but I wanted to honor them this week. First off, Elvis Presley, the king, music star.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Died like a gentleman, fat and naked on a toilet. So congrats to him. I was actually going to honor David Bowie because it is also his birthday. But I couldn't because I've yet to forgive him for dancing in the street. So
yeah, that was a terrible.
It was not a good one
thing that he did.
So we'll move on. Excuse me. We'll move on from them. And DC, I have
speaking of skeletons,
I have a couple of videos to show you, DC. So first off, and the action really happens early in this, but I actually left it in because I have something I have to comment on at the end of this video too. Here we have a gentleman at what looks to be like Sam's Club, something like that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And he's not wearing a mask.
Sam's Club or Home Depot.
Yeah, and by the way, we've got all the writing on the screen that everybody has to do, and it always starts with, my wife is a COVID ICU nurse, and it always starts that way. Everyone knows someone that works in a hospital, and because of that, fuck you.
Yep.
So let's start there. This gentleman is being
nailed it.
Yeah, this gentleman is being approached because he doesn't have his mask on, and she would like him to wear it. And very quickly, he comes back with a very gentlemanly response.
Put the mask on!
You guys started go eat a fucking dick, cunt.
You're not allowed in here!
Whoa!
Eat a dick.
You're not allowed in here!
You are gross.
So his wife is also a gentleman because she said she would never get near a dick. Please. That would never happen.
Nice.
I do want to fast forward to the end because, DC, I got to say, He's going to walk away. The manager steps in saying timeout or whatever. But I just want to say...
timeout, T-Mart.
Oh, yeah, timeout, yeah. Shut the fuck up, guy. So,
Corona cop.
DC, here at the end, you can see in this screenshot,
Mm-hmm.
I hate nothing more than this shit. Does anyone
I
know
can't read
these
that.
two? Hope their bosses don't see it. I hate the cancel culture more than anything. It is the least gentlemanly thing happening in the world.
Yep. The job lynch mob is what Dick Masterson called it.
That's
Job lynch mob. They go after everybody that that disagrees with any, because Casey, if there's one thing America is about, it's like-minded. Everybody needs to be the same. Everyone needs to be the same. That's what America is all about. All opinions have to be the same. I mean, like,
I agree.
It's a mystery why we even have elections at all. We should just have just one president all the time, and then he just picks the next guy, and then that guy just picks the next guy who is also like-minded with everybody, as well.
Perfect.
That's how we should.
I think you fixed. I think you fixed it.
I think so.
Despite that, I hope this happens to you tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Oh, why didn't I
Oh
think
yeah.
of that?
I felt that. That poor man was just lying on the couch, minding his own business, and his progeny just comes right over, pulls an elastic band to its max of his muscle strength, which is not a lot, fortunately, because if my oldest had done that, he would have been halfway across the room. That thing would have been coming at my nuts from 50 feet away, and it would have exploded upon impact. And all of our prayers would have been answered in one fell swoop. Yeah, that guy took it well.
Yeah, he handled it okay.
Yeah.
And DC, now that tomorrow, 6 months since my ACL surgery, I'm starting to feel really good. If that happens to you tomorrow, I do see this happening to me at some point in the near future.
I like the music. Oh shit!
Nailed it.
Nailed it, dude. Nice work. That was a meathead who tried to get on the bench with some free dumbbells.
All fell off.
It fell apart.
It all fell off.
All fell off.
All right, so
Nice work.
DC,
Secure your weights, idiot.
this last one,
Yep.
the only thing better than one gentleman is a gentleman that is a friend of yours. Because here we have an incident with a guy, and luckily he's not alone. He's got a gentlemanly friend alongside.
Oh, thank God. I thought you found a video of me or something.
Careful.
Careful. I can't tell you how many times I say that to my wife after the fact, which is like something. It's like she just drills her knee on something. It's like, you're so low to the ground. How do you not see the toys that you step on and kick? And oh my God. And I always say the same thing, like, oh, careful.
You have to peek over the top of some of these toys. How are you possibly walking into them?
It's a mystery,
Really
Women
is.
work in mysterious ways.
DC, that here ends my submissions for the evening. William Buckland is my main, and there's my honor.
I love it. All right, Casey. We really picked your guy apart. That was fantastic. I love that.
He was
great.
fun. I enjoyed learning about him.
Oh, that was good. My honoraries, because I went through LiveLeak trying to find something that would work for everybody, not so much visual only. And what is funnier than idiots on Family Feud, I ask you? I can't think of anything that I enjoy more. So my two honorary gentlemen tonight are the best two answers I've ever heard on this fucking show. Casey, take it away.
Anthony, give me a boy's name that starts with the letter H.
Jose.
Nailed it. He was so excited too. He just pounded the table.
Jose.
Jose, it's number one. It's number one, Steve. It's number one. Okay, next. This one's my favorite. This one's even better.
Rail, name something that's hard to do with your eyes open.
read.
Hey, it might be. It might be for him. That might be something that's hard to do with your eyes open. That's fair. That's a fair answer. Good answer.
Hey.
Good answer. Good answer.
I think in the last hour, I might have proved that at least once or twice. I have a hard time reading with my eyes open.
Casey, that'll do it for my honoraries. I want to go to that well again, though, like once every now and then, because nothing makes me happier than fucking people, like, on the spot failing. Their brain just fires to the wrong direction. Like, there was one that was like an honor, didn't even make the cut for my honoraries tonight. It's like, what would you say after pork? He goes, you pine. You fucking idiot. That's my favorite.
What would be the third? What would be the second thing you'd say after chops for pork? Pork loin?
Pork loins, pork chops.
Yeah, I can't talk with my eyes closed open. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, pork loin, pork chops, pork sausage, I guess, and then
Porcupine.
porcupine, pork belly. Get out of here. Who has money for that?
Porcupine belly. No
what,
one
do you
would
live
say
in
that.
Washington,
Chad,
D.C.?
porcupine belly. That's not a thing.
No one would say that. So, Casey, I am excited to unveil my gentleman to you. This guy is Amberlyn Reed and Darkside Phil and yeah, those two. Those two.
So,
if you mix those two together.
All right, so if Phil got fatter,
or if he just fucked Amberlyn Reed and they met in the middle. Like, their kid was this guy.
okay.
They met in between those two. That's this guy. His name is Boogie2988. As he's affectionately known.
Look at this fucking guy.
Look at that guy. Look at that winner. So, Boogie got his start on the internet in his parents' basement. He was the meme, right?
He was a meme?
He was the meme of the troll in the basement. He had one of those old school fucking Windows 95 computers with like 100. You'll see the picture. It's fantastic.
Okay.
But he did SEO before it was a thing, right? He would autistically go to Google results and analyze which pages were more favorable and why. And then he would sell that information to companies looking to get into SEO.
Smart.
But he didn't, I don't think, know how to market that very well. Or at least, like Darkside Phil, he was the first to do it. So he got really popular. And then by the time people started emulating what he did and doing it better than him, he just kind of went by the wayside, and he became this pathetic figure where people would go on just to troll him because he's fat as shit. He got up to like 598 pounds, then lost 100 allegedly on his own, then got surgery and went down to went down another 150 pounds to 350, which he kind of just stayed at. He plateaued at. And, quitter, chat, you're right. He has a crazy addiction to not only food, but specifically Mountain Dew. He's obsessed with fucking Mountain Dew. If you'll play the first clip for me, this shows after he kind of gets famous, Mountain Dew sends him a present, right? Like a marketing package. Like, here you go. This is a media. What? A noose? Yeah.
Really? A reinforced noose?
And a cinder block, because there's no stool that would even attempt that. So they send him this care package, and this is his unboxing of it.
Okay. Well, we unlocked it, and it's what? All of this for one? For what? Okay, for 3 drink 2. Ugh. Mountain Dew, thanks for the gift, but you're stingy. We got 2? There's 2? Come on.
Dude. Okay, pause real quick. Mountain Dew did not send you this gift for the drinks, you asshat. Those were just like accessories that they put into the gift, which was a cool like a stereo that opened into like a storage container. Like it was weird and futuristic or whatever, but it's Mountain Dew. They're weird and futuristic, right? I guess like that's the brand they want to push on everybody. But the drinks are a side note. Yeah. Gamer fuel. Like you could store your Nintendo fucking Switch in there or something. I don't know. Yeah. But it's got some sort of keypad up there. I assume that it plays music. Maybe it's a Bluetooth speaker or something like that, right? But they send it to you for free. Like that's the gift. Not the stupid fucking soda inside it. And he's like, only 2?
What the fuck?
Fat fuck. What the All right. Now, because he would have these sort of reactions and he's very fat, he also had a weird upbringing that he's open about, but contradicts himself constantly. He said that his parents, well, go ahead and play the next one.
Oh, yeah. I saw this. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, people are crazy. How do I respond? My mother never raped me. My mother did molest me. She never, forced me to have sex with her, but she did molest me. It's a simple thing. I don't know why people are like that. What the heck? I don't.
I love. Okay, so here we go. Here is Boogie. There is the old. I don't even know. That's before Gateway. I have no idea who made that. Maybe IBM.
He's got whipped
Dungeons
cream on
Dragons.
his desk.
He's got ready whipped cream on his desk, ready to go. And he looks like he's already in his mid-20s. Back then, I have no idea. He's probably in his 40s, 50s. I think he's born in the 70s, so that one makes sense. He's probably pushing 50 now. Casey, he would go on these streams and he would get the attention of trolls, as you would imagine. And when you say things like "my mother didn't rape me, she only molested me," it kind of like people who are bad or mean-spirited, they could take that and push you on it and try to get you to say very embarrassing things. And he's very active on Twitter, and he would open up about all these rape stories and stuff, and it wasn't funny. So I had to save it, and I text to speech will make anything funny. Go ahead, Casey, and play the next thing for me if you would. I hope I'm right.
I deal with everything with comedy.
It's okay. Keep playing. Just play it right through.
Okay.
My own mortality, my mother's death, my father raping me.
Okay.
Through years of practice and therapy, I learned to forgive my parents for my rape and my physical and mental abuse. I was raped as a kid. It made me who I am. Is rape good? No. Do I like who I am? Yes. Some good came out of my rape. Do you understand? Hot take. One of the things that seems to upset people the most is forgiveness. I forgave my abusers. My rapist. The people who mock me online. I most commonly overeat when I'm thinking about the horrible shit that happened to me in the past. The day I was first raped.
Is someone who celebrates being a piece of shit redeemable? I don't think they are. A rapist could be redeemable. My parents raped me, and I believe they were redeemable.
Yikes.
So there you go. Yikes, it's deep, right?
Wow.
This guy's got a real rough background.
First off, did his mother rape him or molest him? Because now I'm confused.
Nobody knows. And also his dad raped him multiple times, but only one time. Thankfully, it only happened one time the many times that it did happen to him. And so he's a very, very pitiful figure. And Casey, because I'm an idiot and because my day has been so stacked elsewhere, I didn't do the due diligence of writing out my notes ahead of time. So we're going to plow through these.
Let's do it.
And you are going to get the true nature of Boogie. I do know that it starts out with food clips because he loves to, like Amberlynn Reed, tell everybody what he's eating and how little he's eating.
Oh my God! Yeah, of course.
In the 30-second video that we're just supposed to believe, like, oh yeah, the rest of his day he probably just like went for a jog. You know, he probably just stayed that fat, even though he ate that one thing in the 30-second video he posted. I can't believe it either. Wow, how does he stay so fat? There are some food clips. Why don't we go ahead and play the next one?
I'm gonna shit talk my ex-wife a little bit here, and I'm sorry to do it.
Okay.
Why you gotta lie? Why you gotta lie? Shit talking your ex-wife. Look, play that video again. Look how terrible this guy looks. This was an older video. This when he so the fat him right here is before his teeth and his face and his everything went to shit. He looks like an old fucking gremlin right now.
He looks exhausted too.
He looks exhausted. He's got like an Amish beard going on for some fucking reason. His teeth are like rotting to shit to the point where in some videos you may have noticed like he's got perfect teeth. It's because they're dentures or I can't believe they're implants because I don't. That's way too expensive for him. I think it's I think they're dentures. But anyway, this guy's a fucking mess.
Right,
I'm gonna shit talk my ex-wife a little bit here, and I'm sorry to do it.
That's never come out of the mouth of anybody ever. I'm gonna shit talk my ex-wife a little bit, and I'm sorry to do it.
Yeah. No, I've always led into conversations about any exes like that. Of course,
Always.
I don't want to disparage
How much you love them and respect them. How smart they are.
That's right.
You know, especially how not crazy they are at all. They never express any crazy actions.
If there's one thing to point out, it is how non-crazy they all are. That's true.
Exactly right, Casey. All right, now it should be the food clips as I embarrass myself further.
Having gotten this every single time I come up north, it's drunk people food. I mean, it tastes okay. It's got a really decent price, and it's just really convenient. I don't recommend it, but it is a bit of a South Jersey delicacy to me. So every time I'm here, I'll probably get one. That guy always regret it though. Not worth the calories.
Not worth the calories, chomp.
Oh no, that picture's not good.
Let's roll into the next one because the food excusings are kind of his thing.
Get spurged a little bit since I skipped breakfast and it's already about 2 p.m. I got the Times Square hot dog.
F to doubt.
Hot dog covered in it. Buttload of mustard, grilled onions, grilled peppers,
Buttload of mustard.
and some bacon on top. Not a bad little treat.
Here we go.
Right,
A bad little treat. Not a bad little treat.
Before he eats this, the patting on the back of... So I didn't eat breakfast this morning, so I'm going to eat 9 pizzas now. So...
Yeah. So I'm going to eat this one hot dog because it's almost 2 o'clock. No one believes you. No one believes you. If what you said was true, you probably forgot that you bit your fingernails down to the elbow.
If what he says is true, he woke up at 1 p.m.
After falling asleep from binge eating at 8 a.m. But that didn't count as breakfast because he hadn't gone to sleep yet, you see. So that's not breakfast. That's just his super late night snack. Oh, here he goes. He just has such terrible presence. Yeah, 7th meal. Thank you, chat.
People like to watch people eat, so we'll do that. But I figure with this epic backdrop here behind me,
which is all washed out by your terrible camera.
Exactly.
Watching people eat.
It's good.
He said people like it.
It's not great. Probably not worth the calories.
That's his favorite. He loves that line.
Just eats it, but probably not worth the calories. Now, Casey, I think that I have a pizza video coming up next. If you'll just play a little bit and be quick on the trigger.
Always,
I'm pretty
DC.
sure.
No
Yes.
worries there.
Yes.
Just ask
Yes.
my non-crazy exes.
I won't. This is Boogie at a fair of some kind, and he's purchased at least one piece of pizza that he has on camera, and this is what he's portraying to the world.
All right, haven't had a slice of pizza in a while. Not as good as I remember. Man.
Oh my God! Oh.
That wasn't staged.
Guys, if it doesn't taste good, I'm definitely not putting it in my body unless it's healthy.
We all believe that, dude. The ready whip behind you.
That is, oh my God, dude. That is two
And if you think
God-fearing girls level psychosis about your eating habits. Like you're right. He ate a half a pizza at least, and then he was like, "I shouldn't eat this one, but everyone should know that."
Yeah, I'm going to take one bite of this, and before my brain could even have possibly registered what the taste of it is overall,
that's a good point.
I'm just going to shit on it. I'm just going to shit on it real quick and say, nah, it's not great. Pizza's not as good as I remember. Now watch as I walk 2 feet over this direction and throw it away.
I want to watch that again, because I think you're right about how quickly he's so ready to dismiss this pizza.
All right, haven't had a slice of pizza in a while. Not as good as I remember. Man.
He started reacting and then was like, "No, just chew for a second. Just chew for a second. Okay, now it's okay to say it."
Yeah. Oh God, this guy. He cracks me up, and he cracks a lot of people up, obviously. And with all his antics, with the eating and all that, he obviously gained a lot of trolls who would fuck with him all the time, and he started doing a stream stuff on Twitch where he would like openly admit to being fodder for trolls. And I think that's the next video, if you'll click ahead for me here. Yep. So he's playing World of Warcraft and is got a special message. I want you, Casey, to determine who this is aimed at.
I'm going to stay online, and I'm going to stay alive as long as I can. I'm going to waste as much of your time as you can. I'm going to say as much shit and do as much shit as I can to keep your attention so you don't do it to somebody else. I'm here for you to torture me and only me. I'm going to make a living letting you torture me. I'm going to be the next Darkside Phil. I'm going to be the next Wings of Redemption. I'm going to spend every day online to keep you fucking busy so you don't do it to somebody else. So bring it.
It's good self-awareness.
But I want you to know, I think you are the lowest of the low. I think you are the worst of the worst. I think that there are fucking rapists and Nazis out there who, even though they are rapists and fucking Nazis, they are more redeemable than you because at least they're doing something they fucking believe in.
Okay, what do you think about that?
Is it just you, or is it all of Kiwi Farms?
Or the internet trolls, right? In other words.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he got some backlash for this video from, a lot of people saying like, how could you possibly compare just internet trolls who are just random people like you and me, for instance, to Nazis and rapists and excuse them because Nazis and rapists actually believe in what they're doing.
Yeah,
so he comes back with this
logic there.
flawed logic. So he comes back with this retort.
I'm going to try to clarify this one more time. Tonight on stream, I said something very controversial, and I'm going to stand by it here. But I want to make sure you understand, I'm not talking about internet critics. I'm not talking about trolls. I'm not talking about assholes on Twitter. I'm not talking about anybody who hurts your feelings. I'm talking about the guy who killed Christina Grimmie.
Wow, that's very specific. I would not have guessed that he was just talking to one guy.
I don't know who that guy is. And second off, is that guy trolling Phil and other people?
No idea. The guy who killed Christine. So I have no idea. I don't know who the girl is. Maybe it's worth looking into. Maybe this is like a gentleman rabbit hole that I have to dive down because he mentioned Darkside Phil. So now the web of connections is starting to come together here. The next clip is him debating, fighting with, really, one of these detractors.
Oh, it's audio. I'm sorry, I played it over you.
Oh yeah, it's audio.
Got you. Okay.
He goes on to Keemstar's Drama Alert online show, and this other YouTube streamer, or I don't know if he's on YouTube, whatever. He's an online character, right? His name is Frank Hassel, and his thing is like he goes around with a GoPro on his head and just fucks with people, just harasses people, and then posts their reactions online.
I'm going to make a YouTube channel where I walk around thinking about how I could murder people and name myself Frank thinking about how he murders people.
Exactly.
A good channel.
Genius. Genius. So Frank Hassel is a piece of work.
Hassel's the stupidest fucking name ever.
Frank Hassel is a piece of work. And he started harassing Boogie online through his streams or something like that. They had internet beef, and they go on Drama Alert, and Keemstar is trying to mediate this fight. And this is the audio clip from that interview.
Yes, psychic damage, but I don't cry over trash like you, buddy. There's nothing you can do to me that there's nothing you can do to me that ain't already been done, buddy. This is status fucking quo for me. So show the fuck up. And let me show you how I handle status quo.
Why do you keep threatening to shoot me? This is weird.
Because I'm going to fucking kill you and take pleasure doing it. That's because I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to take pleasure.
Shut the fuck up. Go eat your cane.
Okay.
You need to chill, bro.
You're less than 4 miles away from me last night, pussy. You can't drive 4 fucking miles. You can't drive 4 fucking miles to actually...
You are unhinged.
And the next day... Go ahead and play the next clip. He shows up.
Come on, you
Frank
fucking
Hassel
pussy,
shows
what's
up
the
at
deal?
Boogie's house.
How great would it be if he came out and shot him?
Oh, just keep playing it, Casey.
Where's the gun at, you fat...
Is he gonna come out and shoot him?
Fire! Open fire!
Hey, Sam, this doesn't have to, Cameron, this doesn't have to go down this way, buddy.
You're a fat pussy.
Yeah.
You won't even open the door?
Oh, I will.
And then what, you're gonna shoot me?
No, I'm thinking my roommate will.
You're gonna kill me?
I guess so, buddy. Just give me a second to get my dog wrangled.
You're a fucking pussy, dude.
Oh, hold on, I'll show you pussy, bud.
You fat fucking... Oh my god. Is this real? Is this guy gonna kill me?
Yes. He's here to look at the air conditioner, Sam. Is this what I have to do?
You're a fucking
In about 30 seconds, I'm going to fire a warning shot.
Fire it now! Fire the warning shot now.
Once you rewind.
Run the track! Run the track! Run the track!
Oh, for the audio people, you got to go to YouTube and just check that clip out. If you're not on Patreon, it'll be up in a week. You have to go watch that for yourself. That's amazing.
Boogie comes out of the house with a pistol. Frank Hassel convinces him to fire a warning shot, which Boogie obliges right into the air at a school. In the direction of a school, he fires that warning shot.
Oh, no.
Not into the ground, where if you were going to fire a shot, which is stupid on all accounts, if you're going to fire a warning shot, you do it into the ground. That way they can see the impact of the bullet too. You could have fired a fucking blank in the air for all they care. They don't know if it's a pop gun. You did nothing. But it's actually a gun, and you shot it in the direction of a school, so you got in trouble, Boogie. And I think Frank probably is facing some kind of harassment charges for showing up to his house. I'd rather have the harassment charges, to be honest with you.
You think? You fucking think so, DC?
So, yeah, but all things considered, definitely a gentleman, in my estimation.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
How could you argue? Do you know what kind of trouble he got in for firing a gun toward a school?
No, but that'll be an update.
Okay.
Teaser.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, what a piece of work that guy was. At the beginning, I kind of felt bad, like, oh, his parents molested him or raped him once or
I do that.
times.
I do that. I make them very like pitiful characters, you know.
And then show me all the shit
like
that
I humanize them, and then I show what real pieces of shit real human beings can be.
Most of them, actually, yeah, pretty consistently. Oh, yeah. DC, what an episode. What a couple of nominations. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find all of the stuff, including helping me pay my electric bill after I plug in all our new equipment in the next couple of weeks here.
Yeah, definitely go to www.twogoddamngentlemen.com. There you can find the link to the Patreon, which is patreon.com/twogoddamngentlemen. Become a gentleman. You'll get the bonus episode every other week. We're doing the shows we beat every first Thursday of the month, and the ladies of the night every third Thursday of the month. You guys get access to those. You get the video the same day as the release. Become a goddamn gentleman. It's like $10 a month. Think about what you spend $10 a month on. It's worse than what we're doing here. All right, go to patreon.com/twogoddamngentlemen. $10 a month. You get to be in here live. You get to join the chat. You get to send all your spicy memes, and you got to be making us crack up when we're trying to tell our spicy jokes.
We have a hard enough time reading our own words. We're also going to try yours as well.
We certainly do. And you can also vote on the gentleman and affect the Hall of Gentlemen. If you don't think someone's getting a fair shake, you think someone in the dregs deserves to be a gentleman, I didn't set a fucking limit on that shit. Go to the website, vote on them like 100 times. Put them way up. Make them the ultimate gentleman. Take Mel Gibson's spot. Vote somebody down. You think somebody is a super gentleman, they're really not? Vote them down, guys. It's that easy. www.twogoddamngentlemen.com. KC, this was a blast.
This was a good one, but I don't know if we've quite completed the search yet. So the search for the ultimate gentleman, it continues.
Wolves aren't gay, USA. Wolves aren't gay, USA.
That's what you get for talking all that shit, you fucking asshole.
We're going to bed. So there you go. Isn't that a great story, ladies and gentlemen?
Bye.
Meeting adjourned.